Hey, Moira, this is your brother. You're a psychopath, Moira. Hey, Moira, this is your brother. It's clear at this point, first of all, you're a psychopath. Second of all, that you have no conscience, that you're a psychopath. And I'm not. We've been over this before, what I am and you're not. You're a complete fraud, Moira. You're like Elizabeth Holmes or what's his name? Clark Rockefeller? Christian Gerhard Schreider is his real name. Or George Santos. So I've gone over on the old other videos how, you conspired with the Italian mafia crew. It's on Fairview Street. You got Barbara Toscano, the grifter with no visible means of income in the dilapidated house. It has $50,000 a year, at least in real property taxes. Yet somehow she manages to pay them. You got the Tembelopoulos, who are obviously muscle and money launderers for the Italian mafia because they're in restaurants, they barely work. And, well, let's just say they poisoned my cats and called the police on me when I accused them of being a Greek mobster. So it's pretty clear what they are. I don't know what the professors do. I think they're Mossad assets. Because the rabbi all the way up on the corner, yeah, that guy's a scion. Because in 2015, I raised my voice and called out the window to him. I said, of the Prius, I said, I snuck up on him in the Prius in electric mode, sort of. And it was before the engine had kicked in, the electric engine. I said, hey, Scion. And he dropped his rake and he made a fist. So these people are also involved with spies. Yeah, betraying America. And of course, Rich Bebo is please excuse the furniture, is the Italian mafia associate who's in construction. And, he's basically probably the guy in charge of the crew. How do I know this? Because I saw sometime last year, I saw Sonia Kyriakou Galopoulos Tembelopoulos walking around the neighborhood with white envelopes, handing them out. Envelopes probably full of cash. And she was smiling as she walked up to this house of Rich Bebo. These people are Greek. They're not respectful to, and they do not talk to anybody who's not Greek, except for Barbara Toscano and that guy. So that means there's something about the Italians on this street that they outrank these people in some social way, because they're Greek. They think they're better than you are. They don't talk to anybody. And Dionysios Tembelopoulos has never said a kind word to me in 26 years on the street. Neither has Elias Tembelopoulos. They don't even barely look at you. They treat us like we're sort of like farm animals. So yeah, they're very arrogant, and they don't have much education, which means they're idiots. They're both arrogant and ignorant. So, and they're respectful to the Italians on the street. It's a mafia crew. And if you look at the property records of who moved in when, you can see that the mafia set this street up in the 70s. Anyways, here's the point. They may be running guns. Look at the license plates. Look at the license plates. What's M? What's the phonetic alphabet? For Mike, Charlie, Tango, 56, Mass Reg, Tiguan. But in front of that is 615, Bravo Romeo Delta X-Ray from Tennessee. That's right. This might be a Greek mob negotiation with some people from Tennessee to a negotiation over purchasing guns, because Tennessee has very liberal gun laws. And people do straw purchases of guns down there. They buy a lot of guns, and then they just, quote unquote, report them stolen, or just, report them stolen over the next 10 years. Or they just sell them to people and don't care. So Tennessee is a gun supplier state, and then the guns come up the iron pipeline or the iron highway to Massachusetts, where they're sold to gang members in, say, Everett or other places in Massachusetts, and they end up killing people. I'm sure the ATF would like to know about this. And lucky for me, I've actually met an ATF agent, last Christmas, a little after, in the first 2 weeks of December of 2025. I met an ATF agent. I'm going to send them an email. You take care, Moira. Bye-bye.